Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're here for 2 more episodes of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Very excited to be back here again for 2 more episodes on this Tuesday night. That's the kind of caveat going into this one. It's probably going to be late again. Yeah, just a busy Monday where I couldn't record and now we're 1 day behind. Very cool. We're going to try to catch up that day tomorrow, I believe. Recording both the episode reactions here tonight before bed. Speaking of bed, there is bed. Bed is change. Change is scary, but that's why it's different in the back. I don't know. I've always had that bed spread in the back for like forever. So change, scary. I don't know. It's significant to me. I sleep on it. Anyway, comments. First one here from Iwayuru. Actually, both are from Iwayuru, but this first one I'll basically skip over. So I downloaded the liner notes off Nya. Whatever version they had was obviously from a long time ago, and stopped at episode 6. That's the story there. I've since clicked and downloaded the ones recommended in this comment, and the liner notes are back. At least briefly until Season 3, is at least my understanding, because I believe that Goku, Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, will be the OVAs. But again, could be wrong there. Or maybe Goku's the next season and then the OVAs are the OVAs, but I've got liner notes for the OVAs. But either way, it is what it is. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The important part is that I have liner notes. They're back. How joyous. Either way, next comment here. We're talking about the singer, Rolly Teranishi, for the new ED. I don't know if that ED is sticking around. I sure hope it is, because it's a banger. It's really good. Obviously made by somebody that kind of really understands music. It's got a very kind of classic, like almost perfect kind of music sound to it, you would say. Like just that timeless type stuff, I think. As for the stuff I missed from missing the liner notes, it's your typical Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei liner note stuff. Pretty esoteric specific stuff that I wouldn't normally get. The ones that I got in the episode were mostly the ones that I should have got regardless. I did like this being brought up because this brought up a memory that was deep within my mind about Nisei Monogatari as well, and Cat's Eye. That is clearly what's being referenced in that kind of spy segment with the skin-tight clothing and whatnot. Just, I have a particular fascination with this show as proto-Monogatari, as Monogatari before Monogatari did it. And if you like the jokey parts of Monogatari, really do give this show a good look, because it's basically just entirely that, for sure. For the record, I was somebody that was kind of on Monogatari's funny moments. A lot of them went over my head, like this show, but more or less still enjoy both of them, I would say. I'm just probably not the target demo, as I continue to say. Next up here, we talk about fingering, which is very cool. That's what old mate doing the Spider-Man was meant to indicate, so that went over my head as well. Okay, sure, whatever tickles your fancy, I guess. I did like this explanation here for the Japanese side of the May exposure bit, Satsuki bare, right? But bare also sounds like bareru, which is to be found out or exposed. So good weather in May, right? But you also get exposed in May, right? See how there's like kind of that pun working to its advantage in the Japanese, which we don't really get in the English. And then apparently Rin comes out and lists a bunch of things that were bare about a bunch of people named Satsuki, like Mei and Satsuki from Totoro, but mostly political stuff from there. From memory, Rin was like shown bumhole or something as well. That was odd. Was it her? I don't know. There's a lot of, in the show, so it's hard to keep track all the time. But obviously, again, that's where the pun comes into it as well. Just in general, Chiri being fantastic. I'm in agreement. Loving the nose, loving the escalation of that spy segment overall. And the escalation in the Chiri violence, which apparently has been a thing for longer than I was paying attention anyway. She's always had that kind of manic streak, I guess, but so has most characters in the show. It's kind of a bit over the top, guys. I don't know if you've been keeping up. Put it this way, I was surprised by how violent she was in the episode. But again, if that seems to be a growing trend, then, the kind of vibe is this know-it-all goody two-shoes type is like being pushed into this stuff and pushed to the edge. Oh my god. I noticed this on the rewatch as well, kind of Kafka and Majiru walking away just at the perfect time to get Sensei in trouble. Thought that was pretty nice too. Something here about Hirohiko Araki being a vampire. That went over my head, but sure. Yeah, and I wonder why Cherry uses the shovel. I don't know. Apparently, I'm going to learn very soon. So I look forward to it. And yeah, with regards to this stuff, again, most of my reading of signs and whatnot, other than the really obvious ones, at least where I'm at now, probably not early on with the show, but a lot of that's done on the rewatch regardless. I've been trying to focus up on dialogue and getting the jokes rather than just being pulled in whatever different direction by the subs on screen at the time. Again, when I can slow things down and actually look at background text, that's when I do that kind of stuff. So again, that's what I'm going to be doing in episode 10, which is apparently heavy on the signs. So looking forward to it. Again, thank you to Iwayuru for the subs as well. Thank you for the hard work. I appreciate it. And yeah, with that, we'll finish the YouTube comments and shout out the patrons. I have a Patreon. It's linked in the description below. $6 a month gets you videos 1 month early. Gets you 1 month of videos 1 week early, of course. I'd do it. Is that me advertising? I'm very bad at this. Sorry. Either way, many people have done this, up to and including Mickey Bebbers, AJ, Bananarama Hamadama-sama, Bisa, Capella, Chobo Ruby, Copley, Dapper Dwarf, Darky26, Ed, Fancy Question Mark, Fleur Nightingale, Fruit, Fusel, Gloria Tenebrae, Glyke, Greybeard, Guanal, Gus N, Hans Peter, Ika, Iwayuru, Yaku Yavanen, Jacob R, Jami Boo, Joran, Kasogtha, Kelvin, Clem, Nosta, Cot Benjamot, Lick H, Lou, Marco-san, Mistake L. Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Panic, Pencil Sharp 333, Ragashingo, Ronlad B&K, St. Lily, Sal, Sam1373, Skeleton, Tentacult Member, Waifu Overdose, Without a Net, Yuki Ali, Zach, Shinshio Yoshi, Akumansa, Binshi, Voodoo Chili, Aiden O'Brien, and Nico Lane. Thank you to everybody for giving me money. I enjoy the money. And yeah, diving in here to whatever episode it is, episode 9, it's going to be Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Expect the unexpected, as I say every week. Yeah, I'm just going to jump over there now. Sure. Rightio. I've got episode 9 up there ready to go. 23 minutes and 40 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly with your own copy. There will be a picture-in-picture version in the description below, and I'm using these aforementioned subs from Discord. You can find them linked there somewhere in that thread, the Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei thread. Either way, let's give it a 3, 2, 1. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. Despair Fight. I'm recording. Okay. It's nice to see that it's produced by Shaft. What is happening? What did I say? You never know what you're gonna get? Yeah, beat it with that Cineblock. Fuck yeah. Oh, and now they've turned on him. What is the parody here? What is the what? Okay. It's like part like David Attenborough like documentary style thing, and then I think it was like he had like a costume on or something, and then concerning. Very funny though. Very out there. I'll have my liner notes to rely on now as well. So this is very loud. But again, it might just be my headphones too. We're not going to complain about Roomba being loud though. Oh, I just noticed Mario's smile there too. That's great. Um, really wanted to record last night, man. I probably should have, but I don't know. 11-hour shift. I don't know. As you could probably see, I'm a little bit happier today as a result. Probably would have got a little bit more of a sadder reaction if it was last night. Anyway, I don't know. I'm justifying it. I'm here now. Oh, okay. uh, okay, that was pretty good. I liked that. I was about to say the backgrounds there were very interesting. Here we go. Oh, okay. So that plays into it too. Again, extremely Japanese, but at least they have a frame of reference for this one at least. Part of the joke being that she doesn't understand Japanese very well. Holy shit. She's evil. Is she a ninja? She's not being a very good straight man. She's beating the shit out of everybody. What? Now that's a relatable one. Me and buying video games. Oh, we're ticking them all off too. Voice acting's really fun. You're one to talk. You beat up everybody. It's never... Ew. Why are they both man-spreading? You know what to do. You did the correct thing. So really... Ew. It's a really interestingly directed segment. No. Ew. I think you have grounds to sue. What? Is that... There's a creeper there in the corner? What? Yo. I don't know what's going on, but it's hype. She's too fucking locked in, dude. Okay, hopefully that finally stopped her. Oh, here's trouble, though. Oh, I forgot to set it up, but we did have a legitimate setup from last time. It turns out that Fura is evil? That looked very Monogatari down the bottom, too. Okay. That's terrifying. The fuck? What are you talking about? Okay, she's been recruited? The glasses. Yeah, you get him. She's taken this all the way to the very top. Yeah. Oh, no, she said the word. Teleports behind you to do comedy routine. Oh, that was just a dream. Yeah, fair. It's kind of hard to differentiate what's a dream and what's not in this show. Okay. That's actually kind of funny. They're replicating a little mistake. Gibba? What the fuck is this prehistoric Zetsubou Sensei? Who's this voice actor? Oop, here we go. Holy. Oh. We got wiped. Reverse, bro. Oh, no, everyone's dead. Who the hell's eating then? Oh, the ones that weren't there. This whole Zetsubou fight, though, is quite confusing. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice. Not in costume. Look at the proportions of the neck. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that particular young lady. Even if you're cheery, you're gonna get your ass beat. Athletic freak. Okay, bye. What? Now they're fighting? What? Doesn't make any sense. Nice jab, dude. He beat the fuck out of his student. That's pretty epic. Oh my god. Yeah, everyone's taking it pretty casually. Surprise inspection. Secret passage to the interior? You keep that to yourself. Oh! No way. We've exposed Chiri. And she became huge. You look fine, by the way. I get the Lucky Star stuff, I'll give you that. That's terrifying. Maybe this is the secret passage to the inside that we were talking about. Oh, we got a little assistant. Now watch out for Maria, she's a fucking ninja, dude. I don't know if that's fair. Heh. I see ya. This underwear 100 yen? Like who? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's ex-Yakuza. I remember this guy. Yeah, because he's scary, dude. What do you mean, two? Is he enjoying a shower beverage? A little bit. Oh my god. What is that logo up the top? No. We already did that segment. How about you? I don't think everybody can do that same thing. I want to be loved. Oh, okay, we're gonna have Chiri trying to be a ditz? It's acid. You killed him. Why is she so violent all the time? No. It's not how this works. Everyone in this show is evil as fuck. Who'd you think it was? No, I have a knife in my back. Oh, you're using his nickname as well. Just watch out, she'll fucking show up again. Okay, I didn't see it going that way. No. Dojiko nurse. What a terrible fate. Yeah, we saw this before. Oh. Apparently it'll be continued. Pardon? What just happened? Okay, we're fighting again? The end of despair. Clearly. Indeed. He's been grunting a lot, so probably not. The monolith. He's gonna fight the monolith? Yeah, but at that same point, yeah, look at it, bro. Indeed. Holy fuck, the subs. Truly a harrowing tale. Where the hell are we in the episode? Yeah, okay. I thought we were pretty late on. Don't know about the despair fight stuff. That shit's weird as hell. What a Mario in this in this episode, in the two segments there within. Oh, marionette, like Mario. Anyway, I thought it was funny, even if again it needs a rewatch. And no matter how many times I watch this ED, I keep thinking I'm gonna see more than I should. When there's that one shot there. And I was thinking about just then, who do you reckon's like the most popular Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei character? Besides Atoshiki, because that's kind of cheating. Is it Fura? Chiri? Anyone else? I really don't know. Who really popped off at the time? Because I think you know my answer. I'm all about some cherry, of course. Oh, we're back. Nami's growing on me too. That's the other part I wanted to bring up. Okay, are we still able to speak? Oh no, we've advanced. Dude, we made it. Dude, this is kind of like Land of the Lustrous if you think about it. Just a little bit. Sure. Oh, it's sick. It's One Piece. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, Kenji Suruta. Yeah, I was intrigued by what I just saw there, but I don't know any of these. Thought that was quite nice art. Sure, Memories of Emanon. I've got no clue what that is, but I don't know. Looks cool. Dark Horse. Weird. Okay, sweet. Onwards and upwards with episode 10 regardless. And there we have it. Episode 10 up there ready to go. 23 minutes and 40 seconds on this one. Sync up accordingly with your own copy. Again, that copy is linked in Discord if you want it. If not, there's a picture-in-picture version in the description below. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Radio. 3, 2, 1. Go. The big game. Okay, we're doing baseball again. A home run, some may say. Okay. I was wondering which character that was. Well, it's very hard to hit it outside of the stadium, right? I think that's more a safety thing, right? A little bit. I get what you're saying. Wow. Okay, we need to regress. Sounds pretty awesome. Sure, that's a take. So he kind of spiraled very quickly there from the balls never fly out of the stadium anymore. Therefore, modern technology is preventing this kind of stuff from happening. Therefore, we should reduce and take ourselves back to the simpler times. Wherever you want to take it, man. I do like Okusa as well the whole time, just being like super employed, just keeps on doing her job. Seriously, it's this part right here in the song too. And the visual, so good. Feels like I do this every single time I watch something that's a little bit older, but they genuinely just don't make them like this anymore. It was the same time with Haibane Renmei. They just don't make that kind of show anymore. Like, ever. So normally. I think she's just normal. Oh. What's Nami's full potential? Oh. What is this? Yeah, they're being very mean to my girl Nami. Oh. Ew. Oily ass hair. Okay, we're going to the detuning garage. What is this quest that we're getting? Sure. I know it's clearly something else, maybe like an initial D, but I was getting U10 off of that. Text on a road, for sure. Yeah, shut up. I'm holding myself back. Shut up. Sandbagging? What the hell? Explain? A lot of text on screen, you were right thus far. Always looking on the bright side, aren't you? It's very of its time too, but you're right. Pardon me? Deltarune? I think that's just Aburu. Oh. Oh. I see. Okay, I was like, what are we talking about? But now you're plenty tall. Well, that doesn't count. She's very efficient at it, though. Join me in the Hall of Destiny. What is the bandage around the neck, too? Explain. Okay, alright. Got your ass. Why is Chiri so fucked up? Who the hell's Suzuka? Sure. What an odd ending. Was Sinetsky detuned by being tied to a tree? Who's a fraud? Uh, okay, I see what the segment is now. Yeah, no, that doesn't work at all. You look like a little fucking bumblebee. She is. Oh, you big ugly perm. Yeah, that's a good summation of what the skit is, yes. Just the power of a little bit of doubt. Well, unless... It looks like garbage, by the way. That's the fucking boys on tour. Let's go. You gotta think for yourself. Well, we need a bit of common sense to say... Armpit tattoos? Hang on, I've got to look that up. Oh. Huh? Cute, okay. It's like 3 really good meta jokes in a row. I mean, depends which way you swing, I guess. Oh, he's in despair. No. No. No, no, no. Okay, that's a pretty good way to frame it. No. No, 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 they're all falling for it. And now he's falling for it too. Unless... What a love story. Did you? No, you... Normal? Boo. Who the hell are these freaks? Acquaintanceship. Who are these dorks? Also, come back. You're getting further away. Or is that the old friend? Based. Oh. Oh, just impossible. Not even a maybe. Time to murder with the shovel. And those are all like copies of her that are convincing her to do this? Everyone's fucking digging holes this episode. Oh. I need a machine like that. That'd be fun. Where are we? Yeah, okay. Really fast-paced segments thus far. Wait, he's on self-study? But you're the teacher. We hate the new fans? That's me on the channel too. If this is your first video of mine that, that you're watching, stop right now and go turn it off. I hate the new fans. No new customers. Only my day ones. Yeah, I get a couple of these. It's like a church service or something. It's a great point. It is hard to just turn on for the first time. It's very self-aware about the show that they're making. Oh, bro, maybe I'll actually get this one. What was that? Oh, with like the introductions too? Oh, ew, Perry-san was on screen. I think I see what that comment was saying about what I should be focusing on. Gotcha. Ooh, explain. Yeah, because it's his first time here. He wouldn't know all the jokes. This guy's switched on. He's getting all the jokes now. Is this another freak middle-aged man type character? I think so. I like how he's just predicting it perfectly. Correct. The way he said BL was very funny. Correct. He's nailing it. Correct. The voice acting there was great too. She always shows up. Yep. Correct. Little bit. It's an inside joke. I don't know. Is that the Che Guevara guy back? Correct. What's the school called? Who's that bald guy? There's the bald guy. Ah, the super fan. Oh. Super fan. Maybe. Oh yeah, look at him. Look at all these nerds. It's true. Okay, this is fantastic. They're arguably way more annoying than the first time dudes. Oh, what's he thinking? Was that the ending? Is he throwing the rice at them? No, we hate the new fans and we hate the old fans. Okay, alright, that's not me. I'm here for the long haul. What am I looking at? Why vampires? Ah, this truly is the proto-Monogatari now. It's a little bit more Scooby-Doo than Monogatari, though. Well, except maybe that one arc in Monogatari. Anyway. Looks great, though. Shadows, obviously. The star there. Ooh, little hip shake, too. That last segment, by the way, one of my favorites in the entire show. Very smart. Very, very smart. Can't wait to dig into some of that text, too. Ooh, ominous. From Kafka in her ivory tower. If it was even Kafka. JSDF? Pardon? The hell are you talking about, man? Okay. What? Okay, man, that show... You'll need to calm down. Ugh. What a riot. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow for a little bit of analysis there within. Hopefully then we can get a wriggle on with actually uploading this thing. But anyway, regardless, I'll see you then. Thank you for watching thus far. And we're back. It's the next day. I'm armed with knowledge. I have read my liner notes. And yeah, we're ready to re-tackle episodes 9 and 10. So this show, right? Again, I think... It's so hard to explain, but when I get the references... Again, the last segment of episode 10 is going to be the example here when I get to my point, right? But when I get the references, it's really, really damn funny, which probably speaks to a level of if I got every single reference, this thing's fucking hilarious constantly. And again, that's not discounting the jokes that aren't just straight up references as well, but... I think I just got to take like a law of averages approach to it, right? If I get, say, every 10th joke and then 9 out of 10 of those jokes are funny, it's probably a pretty funny show overall, I would say. I would say that in comparison to the past few weeks, potentially we've got a little bit more of a focus these two episodes, I would say. A little more grounded, a little bit more Atoshki, like talking a problem out a little bit more season 1 coded in that way, but nevertheless we're taking it to interesting places, elevating in a lot more of a season 2 fashion. Thoroughly enjoyed this session, needless to say. Yeah, especially the end of episode 10. I thought that was just brilliant, and I'll go into all the reasons why when we get there, but yeah, we've got to start here with episode 9 first and foremost. First, I should talk about Despair Fight. Despair Fight is a reference to Ultra Fight, I believe, from the 70s, which was a little thing that they put together from Ultraman episodes. Again, the liner notes are kind of helping me on that one, but needless to say, it's a tokusatsu thing, but which I don't really get, and then the narration's kind of weird as well, but... If you got the parody, I'm guessing that it works a lot better for you. I think this is the closest thing we get to a framing device in, even if it can be called that, in episode 9, I would say. So, I don't know, Despair Fight, everybody. I found it broadly pretty humorous. I like the part with, with the, what do you call it? Oh my god, 2001. It's not the obelisk. What's it called? Oh my god. Monolith, of course. The monolith part's really good too, where they like evolve again. The dawn of man, 2001 type stuff. You guys don't need to worry about it, but smart stuff. So again, when you see these like two freak creations that look like people in suits battling each other, narrated by this man, it's because of what we're parodying. That's kind of what you should take out of this. I guess from a, wider point of view, like the art style change quite a bit. I like the character design changes. I feel like you do a lot of storytelling without dialogue here, without characters. Maria still being herself, even a little bit of her hairstyle mirrored here in the costume design. Of course, Kaire is very kind of slender and tall as well. On account of where she's from, I guess. So that's, again, reflected in the character design here as well. Love the opening credits. Love that animation production is by Shaft. Yes, I know it's by Shaft. Funny. Pretty good. And then our Zetsubou Sensei walks past. It is pretty obvious to see he's in some Ultraman adjacent thing here with the costuming now that I have taken full notice. And yeah, they beat the shit out of him and basically turn the tables on him for no reason. I like this like troll joke here. This is pretty good. This is the first thing we see off of the opening. Notice Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei will be taking a break this week for staff interviews. And then it's like, nah, fuck that shit, we're not doing that. Just kidding. We have an actual episode. And Maria's here and she's she's ready to play the straight man. So, let me get up Wikipedia for everybody so we're all on the same level here, even though I'm pretty sure you guys are following along fine. Also, God, we love a meta joke in this thing, holy shit. Like the whole, oh my god, it's staff interviews this week instead of an actual episode. Yeah. So, this in itself is an example of the manzai comedy style, I guess you would say. I don't know what you would call it. It's not just Japanese, it's pervasive everywhere in comedy, you would say. And it comes down to this, right? You have two performers, you have a straight man, a tsukomi, and you have a funny man, boke, right? So in the example we just saw, the show's producers, right, Shaft or whoever you want to say there, were the boke, right? They were the one being funny, right? And then you have the straight man, Maria, coming in and whacking him, right? Giving him a good old whack and saying, don't do that. Basically pulling them back into line. And I think there's a lot of fun word stuff going on here. Boke comes from the verb bokeru, which carries the meaning of senility or airheadedness. Basically, they're dumb, without all the additional stuff, right? In performances, it is common for the tsukomi to berate the boke and hit them on the head with a swift smack, whether it be with a fan or a drum, apparently, small drum. Sure. That's why Maria is going around hitting people, is the point. So this is all the context you need to know to understand a lot of the jokes in the next skit. Also, Maria doesn't understand Japanese very well and is misinterpreting this a little bit as well. So she just kind of hits whoever and goes on a bit of a spree. That's kind of a theme this season between Perry and Chiri, kind of going around and, going on a tear and just doing whatever and going out of control. I don't know. It works for a kind of bit structure, I would say. Did I say this show's extremely Japanese? Because it is. And so it begins. Sensei, are you suffering from New Year's stupor? Translator's note, boke, to daze off or to be in a stupor. Funny man of manzai comedy duo. Very cool. Yeah. This is where the misinterpretations begin. I think this is part of it as well. She's been watching more bad TV over New Year's, hasn't she? So, listen, if it's anywhere like here, and back when TV used to be relevant, during the holidays, they would kind of just put on whatever, and it used to be a lot of reruns. And again, you're on holidays, you would have to imagine a lot of TV production staff are on holidays as well, so they're kind of just putting on whatever. But poor Mari has been corrupted by seeing a lot of manzai comedy duo type stuff over New Year's. Yeah, and just instantly she's on a tear. She's a fucking psycho. Really like Maria and the voice acting that she has this segment. Really like her voice actress's work, I guess I should say. Yeah, really, really nice. And yeah, as I mentioned before, she's just... Everybody's in a stupor over New Year's. Again, kind of over it. Probably hungover, if I'm honest, as well. So she's just beating the shit out of everybody. And again, when you... when the tsukomi fucking slaps the guy, they don't fucking kill him. It's like a fun slap. It's a get back in line, be normal type thing. Like a husband and a wife might give like a playful slap if one is doing the wrong thing. Generally a wife to the husband, you would hope. Not a karate chop. That's not really... That's not really what we're looking for here. In true Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei fashion, we then go through a bunch of examples of a New Year's stupor. This one hit home, buying a manga you wouldn't normally read because you have too much free time. Yeah, I do this a lot with video games. I'll be like, I'll definitely play that 100-hour RPG, and then, lo and behold, fucking February rolls around and I'm back to full-on work again, and then where'd all the time go? And again, I play video games very slowly as it's, as it is already, so again, I relate to this is the point. Yeah, she's doing like kung fu moves now. I also like the little joke there of, so Itoshiki was trying to name all these examples of New Year's stupors to justify it to Maria, right? To be like, okay, everybody does this. It's not something that needs to be punished in such a manzai comedy duo fashion. Basically, calm down, it's normal. If you misinterpreted, you just gave her a bunch more examples to go out and hit people. You failed. So I think that's a funny joke as well. I like the recurring joke of Chiri's soft spot for Maria, right? So basically, hey, Maria, calm down. Stop hitting people. Hit people that deserve it. That's basically what Chiri says here, right? And we move over to this love book couple over here who are just all over each other and disgusting. Like, he's got his hand in her fucking crotch. Like, this is no good. Go over and slap them. They deserve it. So now Maria is on the straight and narrow, hitting people that deserve it, and who shows up at Isui, right? We have him crashing his bike into Kaire. Kaire calls him an idiot, or a bokenasu, which can also be translated as faded eggplant, of course, which Maria takes it as, and then does the joke accordingly. What does it have in it? It says bokeh. She's gonna hit. And yeah, you may have put two and two together, seen Isui's promiscuous pose here, and then heard eggplant, and then, oh no, don't do that. I don't want to see that. I don't really get this joke here, but I do really enjoy Maria's little fucking Looney Tunes sign here. I think that's really good gear. I believe this would make a lot more sense if I knew who this was. I guess she appears to be an airhead, but isn't in actuality, is a little bit more switched on than that. Some would say a fake bokeh, potentially. Is this a little bit of JoJo's too? Maybe not. Maybe I'm squinting. Then this shit gets super serious when Fura shows up or something. We're also doing the stalk joke, which is good. I wanted to note down here that just seeing this kind of like afternoon skyline with a bunch of buildings, giving me Monogatari all the way. Holy shit. And then I think Maria gets like in cahoots with a cult or something. It's clearly a reference. It's gone over my head. But this seems bad. She's been recruited to, like, save the country. And then she goes to Parliament with fucking Gynex glasses on. I don't know, man. Turn this shit off. There's another fun pun there to finish. I think it was otoboke, which is playing ignorant, because he saw what was happening on TV with Maria getting indoctrinated, and then she heard her like trigger word and she showed back up. It's all just nonsense. You must remember that all of that, which I forgot again in this part, is a dream sequence. Again, shady from Fura, I guess. I don't know, man. Oh no! I just noticed. Anyway, hopefully a lot of that's usable. If not, apologies, it was very zoomed in there for a moment. Oh no. Anyway, Maria animation error. I thought that joke was really good too. Apparently there was miscolored in the manga too, so it's being replicated. Apparently the liner notes said that this has been in the show before and will continue to be in the show in the future, so look out for this little error whenever they draw Maria. Very cool. Each of these little Zetsubou fight segments kind of, I don't know, what you would say, grow in like formality as they continue. The first one only had 3 characters and was very primitive. This one at least has a classroom and a few more characters active within it before again progressing all the way through the future to actually having dialogue and stuff. It's all just swell, really. I think there's some really good stuff here with this particular cut. Like, I like how, again, how referential it'll be to the actual parody. This coming forward towards us. Really great shot. I don't know, by the end of that one, everyone dies, and I think the characters that weren't present are just kind of feeding on the rest of the mammoth. It's all very confusing. I didn't know that I wanted to see Harumi bashing Chiri's head in with a stone too, but here we are. That's pretty good. It's the one person you should never fight. Actual, like, athletic freak. Gifted kind of athlete we have here. And then he was the referee for a bit, but now Sensei's fighting Harumi too? Yo, isn't this the old friend guy? Why is he in the corner looking like Slim Shady? Anyway, we're on to the next bit now, where this part's about surprise inspections, of course, and spirals, as all good Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei skits do. Of course, Chiri, being Chiri, is pretty gung-ho about the whole surprise inspection thing, right? Saying that age-old adage of, you should be ready for these kind of things. If you're just good all the time, then the inspections won't mean anything. You'll be doing your job perfectly. It's all good. But it turns out that Sensei's even more strict about this than Chiri, right? He's taking this to any time, not just at school, not just in class. No, any time. You have to be on your best behavior. So now we get Chiri, obviously relaxing during lunch or after school or something, eating a popsicle of sorts, looking kind of disheveled, clearly enjoying herself. Oh no, how terrible, I guess. How terrible for Chiri, who's concerned with keeping such appearances. I don't know what the Lucky Star reference is here. I guess at least Konata's not a good kid, would probably dread an inspection. It's been a long time, but you're normally pretty switched on, I thought. You're kind of cutesy. Where's I like the one with glasses. She's cute too. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, that would hate a surprise inspection is the point here, I guess. But of course we activated Chiri, right? because we put her in a compromising position, and now she's going to make sure that she's going to take like control of the inspection and make sure that everybody is being kind of put under the same level of scrutiny as her. She's going to turn into a spy again, essentially, and take a bunch of creep shots of people. And again, this trend of Maria being the little accomplice, the little friend on the side, and this trend generally in the episode of her just being a gremlin. Love me some Mario, of course. And again, I was going to have a go at, like, taking photos of people in the shower and whatnot, but that's essentially what Sensei did to Chiri. Put her in an uncompromising position and took a photo of her. I don't know, this seems fair. Also, again, are you like a ninja or something? Like, you're very creative getting to these positions. And just, yeah, really well directed. See how she's over this side of the frame over here, swings kind of this way again, back over that side of the frame. It kind of keeps your eye moving and, you know, just a nice transition. Good joke with the whole swing set and the kind of yodel that she does as well. Something, Swiss Alps. I don't know, really in love with this cut. I think it's quite good. This eye joke's really strong too, like the camera kind of panning along all the kids and then, no, don't waste screen time on me. Again, she's got her whole, you know, inferiority complex thing. I don't know, worked for me, good joke. I don't know what this is with the panties that are they cheap? You're wearing cheap panties, I guess? I don't know, is that a thing? Another really strong joke in this segment is this part with the teacher, whose name is escaping me, but he's ex-Yakuza, right? Basically, we're like, but Chiri, we can't be switched on 24/7. It's like, but there is somebody that is. A literal, like, criminal that's hiding in our school. I don't know, man. I liked it. I thought it was really good. Jinroku Sensei, there we go. It's probably a pun too. And with that, the Chiri police state is upon us. The panopticon has been achieved. Very, very cool. Surveillance Lord herself. Is Atoshiki here partaking in the long-standing tradition of the shower beer? Now that's very based of him. I thought that was mainly an Australian thing, but I guess you guys do that overseas too. Love a good shower beer. Now that's good gear. We love that. And yeah, it kind of just gets out of control very quickly. It just turns into pure tabloid journalism junk. Look at all this machinery. For what? For what, Chiri? And as is the trend with a lot of these skits, we have Kafka coming through in the second half and switching things, right? So her take on people being careless is a Dojiko appeal. Now follow me on this one, because again, this is one we probably need to do a little bit of research on. So, a Dojiko, right? Japanese for clumsy with the feminine suffix ko added on the end. Despite this, it can be used to describe people of both genders. It has a major element of moe. Yeah, it's a moe thing. I don't know, this is probably a good example, right? We have Mikuru from Haruhi, of course, which I'm now just remembering probably means miracle, which is also very cutesy. I don't know, Haruhi's good, I guess. Essentially, somebody will fall over or drop something and be a ditz and then do the whole kind of tee-hee knock on the head. You kind of see it in the episode as well. And it's okay because they're cute. And as always with Kafka, this is a pretty optimistic view of what people are actually doing. No, they're not being ditzy and cutesy and moe on purpose. I think they're just a little bit dumb. For sure. I don't know, again, another example of, you know, the show being meta, understanding terms, understanding otaku things. It's good stuff. And yeah, for the record, I think even if you didn't totally understand what this concept was, I think the show does a pretty good job of like bringing you along for the ride and helping it to make sense regardless. There's a depth to it. On its surface level, it's already pretty funny, but then if you understand all the underlying stuff and all the references and whatnot, it just becomes funnier and funnier. It rewards the investment, I guess. Like again, this is probably a good example of Kafka's optimism. Ditzes leave their kids in the car. No, that's what criminals do. That's what negligent parents do that should be imprisoned do. It's not ditzy. It's not cutesy to do that. That is bad. Don't do that. Ditzes lose pension data. Bad. Go to prison. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I do like the idea of a Dojiko here also like triggering Chiri. Like these people in the past, when I've been, tirelessly trying to do a good job, they would get all the affection for being stupid and clumsy. And yeah, it commences Chiuri trying to be a ditzy, clumsy, cutesy girl here, a Dojiko. And she can't do it. She's too psycho. She throws acid on the ground when dropping a bucket. When cooking, she wants to mix up salt and sugar, but ends up cooking a man that has a name that sounds similar to those two words, which I think is very good. It's almost like you're secretly scheming from the background, trying to push these people into these weird situations where they burn everything. I don't know. Is Kafka a good guy? I don't know about all that. Weird. Oh yeah, then Chiuri murders Itoshiki, and then we get Dr. Death, Zetsume Sensei, which is really good, in to do the procedure, because she's mistaking somebody for somebody else. No, not with the stabbing. That's not cutesy anymore. Also, how many times has this guy died? Jesus. Oh yeah, this whole Meru-chan goes to buy a bra thing comes back next episode too. Something about an inflation thing with it, because she's self-conscious about her bust. Anyway, weird. Next episode, I like that this comes back and comes full circle and is the surprise ending to the kind of meta last segment of that episode. I think that's really good. Again, the kind of fans in that segment saying, oh, well, I didn't expect that. Because it's kind of nothing. It was only just kind of set up last kind of chapter, last episode, and only paid off now. Especially when they're in that part, they're talking about the explosion ending and the dream ending and all this other stuff that we've done in the past. Yeah, I don't know. It's an explosion ending of its own, I guess. It was also, again, in a nice meta way, it was set up in the background of the previous skit. We can kind of see the inverse here, right? Where she kind of goes to buy the bra. In the background, Itoshiki gets brutally stabbed and murdered. Very cool. Oh yes, I was wondering what was in the last chunk of the episode. Of course, it's the end of our Zetsubou fight, though. So Toshiki's kind of sitting by his lonesome. I guess this is the end of the kind of arc of the episode as well, because he was trying to teach these miscreants culture before on the blackboard, but none of them really listened. It's almost like he didn't have the tools by which to do so. He didn't have the, he wasn't evolved enough. Therefore, we bring in the monolith, which is going to lead to the next level of humanity, the dawn of man, whatever else you want to say, 2001 reference, to which he, tokusatsu fistfights the monolith, which I think is also very funny just on a base level. And yeah, his brain grows 3 sizes that day after that encounter. I think, therefore, I am. Very famous piece of philosophy as well. Descartes, am I? Probably. Anyway. He's here. He can actually impart culture now that he knows language. Everyone in turn fucking takes part and then starts talking as well. The subs are insane too. However, it does more harm than good because they all just end up killing themselves regardless. So being able to speak didn't really change anything. Oh yeah, after this episode, is this the end of this ED too? It's probably gone too soon if that's the case. Albeit I really did like the ED at the end of episode 10 as well. I thought there was something quite interesting going on here in this last segment of Zetsubou Fight. We kind of have stands. Let me explain. So, what have, these kind of forms done the entire episode, the entire, segment? Fought, basically, right? And now in the modern age, we've progressed and all that other kind of stuff, right? And we kind of start this segment by being kind of cordial, waving, saying hello, using language, all that other kind of stuff. But there's still this lingering kind of ghost of the past behind us, right? That is kind of maybe influencing us to still go down the murder path, to be violent. I choose to see this as kind of our animalistic urges or something, right? Without kind of one part of our psyche to hold ourselves back. It's what we would want to do without any restrictions. Hey, we cordially say hey and good morning and all that other kind of stuff, but on some level we also just want to beat the shit out of each other and fight for survival and whatnot. And I like how we're kind of keeping this part. It's still tethered. Again, it's also tied to us like a balloon because the ghost kept floating up through the sky through the rest of the segment too. But I like my version as well. I don't know, the fucking sky is a chemical compound or something. Very strange. Very SSSS Gridman too. Weird. Onwards and upwards with the next episode, and we're at the ballpark, of course, with our good friend, the Zetsubou Sensei. He gets hit in the eye with a baseball, with a home run, thinking that the ball would sail outside of the stadium, but it did not. Balls kind of fall a little bit more than usual. I don't know. Listen, the liner notes kind of sent me down a bit of a rabbit hole about the integrity of a baseball and how that's changed over time and how it differs between the US and Japan and how there's an incentive to want to limit home runs and how the kind of integrity of a ball can affect a game of baseball and its watchability, and that it was as late as 2011 before that kind of got universalized between all the different codes of baseball too. That's insane. It's like if some league used a different size soccer ball or something. It's like, what are we doing? No, that can't be. I guess cricket has its own example of that with kind of the kookaburra versus the Duke ball and the different balls used in different parts of the world too. Different kind of structures there within, different cricketing councils kind of putting that into place. Anyway, all it is to say is that it spins off into the segment about detuning, purposefully limiting oneself. Also bonus points for Okusa in this cute kind of waitress costume. I don't know what you would call them. Kind of beer service person at the baseball. Another really good joke as kind of Sensei goes off into his spiral about detuning. We have Okusa over here being employed, going through and just continuing with her job and not listening to his rambling. I think that's really good gear. And after that great introduction about detuning, who is the first character we see but Nami, who is purposefully detuning herself by appearing so normal. What's the line here? You came out of the blue so normally? I don't know. Nami's great. I really do need to do a tier list of the girls one day, for sure. I think Nami would be very high. I don't know, I relate to somebody that's aggressively normal. I think that's quite smart. I do like the line there as well that, Nami, you're way too plain and too bland to be a girl in a late-night anime, right? Which are, generally you would have your waifus out and whatnot. But no, that's not this kind of show. It's not about who has the, who has the right stuff. It's all about the comedy. It's about the love of the game. I noted this in the episode too. What is this? What is she doing here? I think that's a great pose. I spotted a nice example here in Detune World. We have Cheetah Men 2. Okay, how do I explain? Action 52 was a game. It had Cheetah Men on it. It kind of sucked. Well, it really sucked. Minus the music, which is goated. Then we found a bootleg version of Cheetah Men 2, which never came out formally after the fact. And it's a rare game to this day, I believe, as well. And yeah, we purposefully didn't want that game to come out, so we detuned it. We didn't make that many copies of it. We didn't trust it. And lo and behold, that game sucked. It's terrible. I don't know, my frame of reference for that is angry video game nerd videos from literally 2 decades ago, so I don't know. Well, actually, not literally. Probably like a decade and a half. I like the overall aesthetic of this segment quite a lot. It's got this kind of, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift kind of Japanese nightlife, street race. After a ball game, go out and, just kind of hang out and almost like tailgate the whole thing. It's got like, everyone's just kind of standing outside in the dark kind of vibe to it. I really like it. Again, this is what was missing, in my opinion, from the show very early when it got quite stagnant, when it was just in the classroom a lot. So, an improvement. I like it. Oh, this is a funny joke too. In the detuning segment, we have a bunch of copies of, the manga or the first DVD or whatnot, and they didn't sell very well, so hardy ha. We got a bunch of extra copies. We need to sell these things. Okay, pretty good. And yeah, we do our thing. Go around, bunch of examples, some political stuff, some soccer stuff, normal. I liked this joke here quite a bit. The opening the OP was detuned up to episode 3. Now, we must remember it was just text up to that point. We didn't have a visual component. That's really fun. That's poking fun at itself. That's really meta. Great joke. And man, we never shut up about this red tint on Spirited Away. Damn it. It really, kind of, sitting back, it's fun to see the structure of these segments play out time and time again. Like, here's the point, again, where Fura presents the positive to detuning, the positive to the thing that initially sent Sensei into despair. Again, like, her example here is some people kind of like the detuned lifestyle. They see something fancy over here and it makes them nervous. They want to have something a little bit more casual in general, right? Makes them more relaxed. And I see the philosophy in that. Sometimes it is better to do something a little bit easier than going all out. Sometimes you just want to get fast food and not make yourself the, filet mignon or anything, right? Sometimes you just want that quarter pounder. Another great example here is the PSP versus the DS. So, again, if people don't know, the DS is the Nintendo DS, the PSP is the PlayStation Portable. The PlayStation Portable is, for all intents and purposes, a way more powerful piece of hardware, but sold not nearly as well as the DS, so in that case the detuning was better. And don't even get me started on the Vita either. This was a bit of a weird joke, but I guess I get it. Talking about the positives of detuning, we see that Aberu is detuning herself by keeping her bust so bandaged up as to not fully show it off. I do like her, monotone in general. I was getting kind of Rei from Evangelion vibes of her very early. Just something about the tone of voice and the kudere of it all, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Good joke. Just kind of how nonchalant she is about taking her top off too. Oh yeah, and then there's this really odd part about height detuning where she digs a hole with her feet right down into the ground, and I think she wants to pull Sensei in there with her with the bandage. Kinky, I guess. I don't know. What them feet do? Pause. I was interested to see how we would use Chiri in this skit as well. Specifically, she detunes constantly, because if she didn't, she'd become a serial killer. She has to detune the murderous part that she keeps kind of hidden within herself, that she keeps contained. Oh no, and then she turns into a degen and forces Harumi to dress in fetishy clothes. I don't know, school swimsuit type beat. Bloomers and whatnot. And then there's like 5 jokes in 5 seconds there. I don't know, man. Fucking Sinetsuki's tied to a tree. That's pretty good, I guess. Now, if I had to pick a weakest skit out of what we've had thus far, it's probably this one. It's the one with the least solid foundation. We say it right here. It seems maybe fraud is becoming more frequent in society. So we set up the example, I'll just go through the example, it'll be easier. Thinking maybe to something even though it would never work if you thought through it rationally. The example here is this terrible haircut that we have from Meru, right? So we tried like a joke style, and it's like, oh, I suppose this style doesn't really work regardless. But then there's this chuckle fuck over here that says the gosh darn word. Maybe it does work. Maybe it's just bold enough to work. No, it looks stupid. It's dumb. It looks like fucking handlebars. Essentially, like an idea that's stupid, any way you phrase it, but somebody says, maybe it's not stupid. And that, like, kind of semblance of doubt spirals off into something else entirely. I do like the constant fighting between Meru and Kaire. I think that's a cool pairing. I don't know. Just, yeah, you're very smug, but you're also easily gettable, I guess. You've got strong opinions, but you're also paper thin. So again, you two can like pick at each other quite easily. You're also kind of opposites character design-wise. She's very tall and busty, and Meru is not. And yeah, we start going through our examples of maybe fraud. When again, it's clearly just a bad idea. T-shirts over the uniforms, it just looks like junk. I guess a part of the skit I didn't really take notice of is the idea of groupthink involved in it. So, because the group... You want to seek approval from anybody, right? You don't want to shut anybody down. So somebody saying maybe, it becomes very hard to then immediately say, no maybes, no, this is bad. You always want to kind of agree and go with the flow and blah, 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 blah. There's kind of something there kind of fundamentally in society that you want to follow. But again, you need to be your own person and make your opinion heard. Don't let stupid ideas make it out of, their birth. Smother them in the crib. Question, what the hell is Busty Boy? This is just odd. And what in the visual novel is this in the back? What the hell? Yeah, I don't want anything to do with a busty boy. Oh, I will say this is a really fun part. 3 really great meta jokes in a row, right? So here we have the production plan for Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, and we have the draft and that kind of thing. He initially thinks it's kind of crap, but then says, oh, maybe it actually is fine. Then we send it off to editing, right? And they say it's, maybe it'll work. And then we're planning the anime. This is Shaft, right? Essentially, we're saying that the anime and the manga itself of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei was a bad idea that we shouldn't have pursued, and the whole concept of maybe fraud led us down this path. And then to complete the trifecta here, we have the Maida joke, the pen name Maida X. Basically, his name sucks, and he should have changed it, is what we're trying to say here. Oh yeah, now I remember, the segment takes a weird turn where it turns into who loves Sensei the most, and he kind of gets brainwashed into dating one of his students, or dating 5 of his students at once. It was all very odd. Again, Kafka was the one that introduced it, though. Just keeping an eye. That's all I'm saying. And even again there, being the one to really spur it on and being the one to push this relationship between him and his student. I don't know who these criminals are in the back that are kind of pushing him to date all of his students, too. I don't know. I guess they're just the general idea of gossipers. The fucking haircut in this guy, too. Jesus, what the hell? Oh my god, I started over. Don't do that. Also, they get smaller and smaller. The show is escaping from the screen. This is basically any ship trash. These guys are just ship trash. They're like, yeah, fucking date. I don't care who the characters are. Just put them together. Fuck it. I don't know why Sensei draws the line at dating Chiri. Maybe it's because she's a psycho? I don't know. But he, in plain terms, says it's impossible. It's the one thing that doesn't stand up to maybe fraud. I don't know, sucks to be you, I guess. And then she listens to the little voices in her head and kills everybody with her shovel. Also, okay, very funny here. Look at this. I was promised we'd understand why she uses the shovel now, right? So here we have it, Chiri. If we move the kanji around a little bit, it becomes the verb of to bury, I guess. And Maria puts that together. Very astute Japanese knowledge, Maria. Very cool. So it was a stupid pun. That's why she uses a shovel. It probably had to do with there was the third eye there as well. I don't know. There's a lot going on. It's also the second hole being dug this episode, so that's kind of a sub-theme too. I think this is a really good joke too, with the kind of slot machine of ships. She's kind of sneaky picky about it, though. Thus, we begin probably what's one of the strongest skits in the show in a long while, I think. I don't know, there's been some standout ones in Season 2. Again, I'll need them all listed for me. Really liked the alien invasion one. I thought that one was really strong, too. But yeah, we start with a great joke. The teacher being on self-study in the first period is just great stuff. So this spins off into him refusing service to first-time customers. I don't see how that equals that, how self-study for a first period is a first period a first-time customer, I guess. I don't really get that part. But anyway, this is all predicated on something that happened previous to any of that. He went to Tokyo, as we could see at some kind of recollection, and he was refused service. They refused service to first-timers. This is something that happens in Kyoto to this day. They no new friends, keep the circle close, keep the circle tight. We don't care for new customers. We don't care for a constant growth, constant expansion. We just won't serve you. For the record, I've been to places, even in my hometown, that are super cliquey, and I don't feel comfortable there. And I feel like they're trying to elicit the same vibe here. But obviously can't just refuse service to people, but they kind of wanna. So yeah, I see where we're coming from here too. Essentially, he wanted to share the feeling of rejection, so he rejected the first period. And thus, this segment turns into a little bit of a commentary about how welcoming places are to new people versus how accommodating they are for old-timers and regulars and that kind of thing, right? We had a video game there before full of expert players, a dog park with nothing but regulars, and this is where it elevates. This is where it's really awesome. This line from Chiri. aren't we also refusing first-timers? So this works great, right? Because I'm a first-time viewer of the show right now, kind of. I've seen the show up to this point, but it's my first time really watching something like this and from this time period and really absorbing a lot of this side of the culture, so I kind of feel alienated sometimes. It's nice that the show's coming out here and saying, hey, aren't we also... isn't our show in general kind of alienating? Like a lot? And again, I think this hits a lot harder for the foreign audience, even if they didn't know it at the time, but yeah, it is kind of difficult for a first-timer, like an anime first-timer, you know? In a way that you could not even really consider at this point. I don't know, me reading this is a almost infamously at this point difficult show to, you know, recommend and watch for a first time, and you need to watch this many anime before you watch this. For it to be kind of self-aware about that is really cool. And again, I think I'm projecting a lot of that. I think the show in general is a little bit more just like, yeah, this is a show that is airing weekly that doesn't really explain a lot of its jokes over and over again, so you kind of need to be watching from the start because there's a lot of in-jokes. But either way, I think the joke works, and works really well. Thus, we need to start a welcome campaign for, you know, people to start watching this show if it's their first episode, right? An easily accessible, like, guide even, right? Thus, here we now have the structure of the scene, of the joke. So, in this portion of the screen up here, we will have a joke regarding running a restaurant using the cast. Pretty funny. There's this really obnoxious guy that kind of laughs at all the really obvious jokes that we got way back in the day. It's kind of gets really on your nerves after a while how obvious it is that he's pointing it all out, as well as the, again, this part of the screen, the really overbearing character introductions that even go into some side characters like Perry that have only really appeared once or twice. I don't know how much of this I should read verbatim, because I already read a lot of them in the liner notes as well. I really like when Nami shows up, it just says that she's normal. Everybody else gets a little paragraph, but she just gets normal. That's her gimmick. I think this is interesting. Fura down here. She's a super positive girl. She sees everything in a positive light and serves as a counterbalance to Zetsubou Sensei's out-of-control lessons. She also has a dark side. Oh my god. It's true. Yeah, there we go. There's Nami down the bottom corner there. Fantastic. God, even this part over here is refusing to admit that this guy's Yakuza. That's kind of fun. And apparently, Kaga Ai has been given too much screen time lately. Oh no. Also, we're repeating people. Is that part of the joke too? Because Chiri was on the first page. She was like back here. And it's the same text. Chiri gets two? Oh, it's whatever character's on screen. Fantastic. Okay. This one's good too, right? Because we have Sensei here, we have Maria here. Each has their own little introduction. Where's Senetsuki in here? She must be hiding somewhere, is she? Yeah, no, we didn't see her, but... Oh, and Isui up here. That's fantastic. Yo! So Senetsuki's not in this scene, but she is. Because she's here. And so's Isui. Isui's here, but we don't see him because he blends into the background. Yo! He could be in so many scenes and we just don't see him. The hell is the best woman? There was also, like, explaining jokes on the side here. We have Meru's phone, which I thought that was quite good too. Oh, yo! Okay, this joke on the side is fantastic. Color frame, one of director Shinbo's favorite video techniques in live-action shows. Direct cuts don't feel as jarring as they do with animation, which has less visual information on screen, so a single color frame is inserted in the gap between to make the cut feel smoother. Let's see the example, chat. See, just there for a brief moment, like, just, yeah. How cool. Now I'm learning so much. Color conversion, one of Director Shinbo's favorite video techniques. Nowadays, when he uses it together with a color frame, people have taken to calling it Shinbo color. You should give it a try too. Is that kind of the blending here? Is that what we're talking about? Or this? No, this. Yeah. We see this all through Monogatari too. Yo, these are great. Color fill too. Yeah, cool. Like this joke here. Kind of explaining Hitonami, the character, normal, and then explaining the pun over here as well. Again, so good. So good. Like, I feel like we're extending beyond the boundaries of what is normally in these kind of things. This isn't even introducing the characters anymore. Yo, little stick dog mentioned too. Very cool. Yeah, this guy's great too. He just basically says all the jokes again, and it annoys the characters. I think that's funny. Again, there's something just really novel about the characters in a show going around and showing some newcomer all of the stupid in-jokes that have been in the rest of the show. Like, I don't even know who this is. Yoko Saku's something? I don't know. She worked for the television. She's a freelance journalist. She shows up quite often in the show. I've definitely seen this image like 10 or so times. Same thing with the stupid stick dog. Seen that a bunch of times too. Same thing with the stork. The liner notes tell me this is from a joke that hasn't even been adapted yet. Apparently it will be at some point. I'll get to know what all the storks are. And yeah, like this character turning to the camera and being like, this kind of in-joke isn't very funny. And they're like, shit, when you say it like that, it kind of isn't. Oh, look at this. Official title of the second season. In the second season poster over here. Zoku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei anime. The official title began airing in July 2007. Series comp done by Yuichiro Oguro. Very cool. Unlike the first season, episodes are split into A, B, and C. Apparently, Yukihiro Miyamoto has joined the staff as chief unit director. Very cool. Where will the show go from here? Who knows where it will go? The show's future depends on how well the DVDs sell. Thank you for your support. And yeah, they all just ask a bunch of stupid questions. Why doesn't he die when he hangs himself? Oh, it's a manga too? Oh, like, shut up, everyone, shut up! Like, who's that bald guy that shows up sometimes? Is a great word. And yeah, like, the joke of the skit as well is that Itoshiki turns into the thing that he hates. He turns into those Kyoto business people that turn away newcomers, because he saw how annoying newcomers can be. And then Fura introduces a new customer, more suited to our tastes, Mr. 100-Timer. So now we're going to take a crack at the superfans. And yeah, the joke with this guy is he's going to pick up on all the details, right? You've changed your face again. It doesn't look like it normally does. That's the 100-Timer for you. They explained this joke in the liner notes as Kazval being some kind of fan art person that kind of got into a certain volume. So we like uploaded somebody's like art into the show and he like knew who made the art, which is insane. And of course he just takes the kind of place of a super otaku guy as well. Apparently we're copying a bit from Kaizo, Intro for Beginners. Is the triple feature scheduling too rough for you? The pictures are looking a bit rough too. Yeah, he's looking a little bit rough there, for sure. I like how they shamble in like zombies too. Look at these otaku scum. Oh, everyone's here. Let's try and predict the finale. Oh my god. Oh, look at these nerds. This reminds me of... There's that bit... I've never seen the episode, obviously, but there's that bit that goes around online from the Sonic Boom show, where they were, like, really critical of, like, Sonic superfans. It reminds me of some of that stuff. It's hitting that same itch in a way that I think's really cool. Now, this line here I was confused about. Speaking of which, how's it going with Gundam? They're talking to, not Zetsubou Sensei here, but Kamiya, who is voicing somebody in Gundam at the same time. So kind of, again, breaking through the fourth wall and talking to the voice actor himself. I do like the presence of an online image board as well, potentially, for people discussing these episodes. This episode is sticking pretty clearly to the source material. Oh my god, I've been in so many of those threads. Holy shit. Anime fans are annoying, and they're kind of really hitting this nail on the head here with this part. And they kind of know the show's tricks too. They're like, let's try and predict the ending of this part. Oh, we're going to do a bizarre twist, violent ending with Chiri again, which has kind of been the flavor of the month recently. Kind of calling her out when she starts to pick up the shovel. Okay, everyone, let's work together to figure out the ending. It's going to be a moe ending, bizarre twist ending, religious ending, dream message ending, throwaway ending, North Korea ending. What? Okay. Yeah, it's one of the, I do like it when the show gets really meta about the ending of the skit and how they're going to end this skit too. We kind of did it with the Bizarro Universe one too. Yeah, I like it quite a bit. And yeah, I mean, I kind of spoiled it already, but the ending is this kind of Meru bra joke. Sure. So with that, we banish the 100-timers as well, the old-timers, the regulars, where again, from here we're going to look for a happy medium, potentially a 10-timer. Sounds about right. Also, did I mention that Komori's cute. I like Komori. Oh yeah, and then Special Vampire ED. I don't know, man. It was sick. I don't know why though. Is it a reference? It's odd. Yo, it's sick though. I hope it comes back. I want to have a good look at it again. And of course, I'm going to be annoying and say it's Proto Monogatari stuff as well. I believe this was a reference to Crime and Punishment too, which was kind of a pull. Anyway, what an odd show. Really fantastic last segment though. Probably bulk of the discussion was there if I had to guess. Yeah, 2 thumbs up. Sure, approved. We like it. Next week's the last kind of, what am I saying? Last video of this season. Jesus. So looking forward to seeing how we end a season of this show. We ended with much confusion last season, so looking forward to seeing if we replicate that, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Goodbye. And enjoy the rest of your week. I don't know what I normally say. I'll see you later.